People and dogs live together for thousands of years. Over the time we learned a lot about our four-legged friends, but there are still many myths and misconceptions about dogs, and in this video I will show you 10 of them. Number 1. Wagging tail equals happy dog. Of course, dogs do wag tail when they are happy or excited, but it's not always the case. It can also be sign of alertness, anxiety, fear or nervousness. If your dog's wagging its tail while running and jumping around, it's most likely happy. If its body is almost motionless and it only shakes its tail, it's likely that the animal is nervous or fearful. Number 2. Shaving long-haired dogs. Shaving long-haired or double-coated dogs in hot weather might sound like a good idea, but it's really not. It will not help the dog to cool down, quite the opposite. Shaving a double-coated dog can actually make it harder for him to cool off, because the dense double coat has the ability to insulate cold but also hot temperatures. Instead of shaving, you should focus on regularly brushing your dog during hot days, which will remove all the unnecessary loose and dead hair and which will be actually beneficial to help your dog to cool down. Number 3. Hypoallergenic dogs. Speaking of coats, let's mention one more myth about it, and that is that they are truly 100% hypoallergenic dogs. That is not true. All dogs produce dander or saliva, which are triggering the allergies, but it is definitely true that non-shedding dogs like poodles will have much lower chance to trigger the allergies than, for example, Labrador retrievers. So yes, low-shedding dogs are better for allergy sufferers, but it's not guaranteed. Number 4. 1 dog year is 7 human years. Assuming 1 dog year is 7 human years is extreme generalization. There are large numbers of very different dog breeds. Some have lifespan around 8 years and some will have average lifespan around 16 years, which is mostly based on the dog's size. In general, larger dogs have shorter lifespan than small dogs, and dogs mature much quicker than humans. So for example, the first dog's year can be equivalent of, for example, humans' 14 years. Number 5. Every dog should have a litter before being spayed. Allowing a female dog to go through heat prior to being spayed does not make her healthier. Today, it is recommended to spay your dog prior to the first heat cycle, which will reduce the likelihood of mammary cancer in adulthood. There are no proven health benefits of letting the female dog having a litter before spaying. Number 6. Pitbulls are aggressive. Pitbulls, but also Rottweilers, all kinds of Mastiffs or Dobermans. These are the dogs that are generally viewed as aggressive. Of course, owning such a dog is bigger responsibility for the owner, as they are potentially much more dangerous than Chihuahua. But Pitbulls are definitely not naturally people aggressive. As with all dogs, it's all about the training and socialization. Number 7. Good dog will not bite. On the other hand, even trained and well-socialized dog can bite. You do not see into dog's head. Even if your dog have never bitten anyone before, it's impossible to say that a dog would never bite. Dogs bite for many reasons. For example, when they are injured, they might feel more frustrated and fearful, and they might act differently than usual. Again, dogs might bite for many reasons, such as feeling fearful or frustrated, being defensive, guarding others, or intimidation. But of course, well-trained and well-socialized dog will most likely never bite, but again, it's nothing guaranteed. Number 8. Teaching old dog new tricks. This popular saying is partially true, as younger dogs will have more energy into the training and they will probably enjoy it a little bit more. But that doesn't mean that all dogs cannot learn new tricks, especially with the right motivation like favorite treats. Dogs are continually learning and can continue to learn new tricks up until their last days, and it is advised to continuously train your dog something new to keep its mind sharp. Number 9. When dogs eat grass, it means they are sick. It is true that eating grass can be a sign of some health issue in dogs, such as nausea. But dogs can eat grass from boredom. Some dogs will find it fun, some will find it refreshing in hot days, and some will just like the taste of it. As long as the grass is not treated by some pesticides, there is no reason to stop your dog from eating it. Number 10. Dogs are colorblind. It is true that dogs see the world and colors differently than humans, but many people assume that dogs see only black black, white and shades of grey. That is definitely not true. The color vision of dog can be more likely compared to the color vision of colorblind person, which can see a variety of colors, but they have problems with some color shades. By the way, I created more in-depth video about how do dogs see colors, so you can check it out. Thank you for watching, see you in the next video.